Welcome back to Space Cadets Away Missions. We have First Officer Annie Fletcher and Professor Russell Pelham trying to subdue two more thralls to take care of that objective and find the elevator. Up first will be Annie. She's right here. She has to use a scan action to start with, and the closest unflipped tiles are either here or here. I think she's going to go and do this one. So this tile will be flipped over, and that's what it looks like. And it has a discovery token on it. So let's find out what is another Thrall oxygen tank. Wow. I almost want to leave that though, although we can exchange oxygen. Now we have the aliens. Not what I want to see. We have a leader and two saucermen. Oh man, things are getting ugly. We haven't seen the leaders yet. They only have one hit point. They look like this. So here we have a leader and two saucermen. Okay, well, this is not great. Not great. Well, I got to think about what Annie's going to do. Annie's got 3 hit points left. She has tools, and she has a ray gun and the headset. And so let me think about it. I'll come right back with Annie. And I think her first action, non-combat action, is going to be to move here. And then she's going to shoot at the leader with her ray gun for her second action. Or is she? Oh, no, she's not. Her second action, she's going to move in the same space. So her ray gun is the most effective. And then as a free action, she can pick up 3 more oxygen. So we're going to do that. And that's going to bring her a grand total of oxygen of 9, 12. She has 13 oxygen now. So she needs to get over to Pelham at some point, hand him off a bunch of oxygen. For her third and final action, without spending an oxygen, she is going to shoot point blank at the leader. Of course, she's using the ray gun, so she gets to roll 5 dice. Let's hope she gets a whole pile of overkills. Over to the dice tray. She's going to roll 5 dice. All right, Annie rolling 5 dice, shooting at the leader. Well, okay, she gets 1, 2 hits. So the leader only has 1 hit point. The leader is out of here. And she has 1 overkill. What is she going to use her overkill for? Oh boy, I don't know. What is she going to use for her overkill? I don't know. We're going to go to the board and figure that out. I think she's going to use the Psychic Scream to knock down one of these saucer men. That's what she's going to do. Now, she is going to spend one of her copious amounts of oxygen to take another turn. So she's going to take another attack action against this other saucerman with 5 dice. So let's go ahead back to the dice tray and do that attack. She's using her oxygen-fueled attack to attack the other saucerman. Come on, lots of axes. All we get is 1. That is not good, but it's good enough to take out the saucerman. So that's at least okay, but we didn't get any overkills. Back to the board. That's the end of Annie's turn. Right, up next is Professor Pelham, who's right here. He can uncover one of these 3. I think he's going to do this one once again because it has a tile marker on it. We're looking for the elevator. Is it the elevator? It's a decoy. Oh no. We still haven't found the elevator. So the elevator is either here, here, or here. That's the only 3 other places it can be. So which tile did we get? Well, it's like a bit of a room with not too many hatches on it. We have a discovery token. What could it be? It's the telepathy band. Okay, the telepathy band. Might as well have a look at that. Let me just find it here. The telepathy band. And it basically has 2 charges, and it's use another Rocketeer's personal overkill options. Okay, well that's what that is, if we want to pick it up. However, we have this pesky little token here called aliens. Why do I even want to look at this? 2 saucermen, a bug. Oh, another bug. You're kidding me. And unreasonable fear. Okay, well, wow. 2 saucermen. a bug, and I think once again the only vent on the board is right here, so that's where that bug is going to appear. We have 4 bugs on the board now. That's bad news. And I have to look up unreasonable fear. We'll look it up together right here on the bottom of the sheet. All Rocketeers suffer panic, losing 1 oxygen. Ignore this event. In games with more than 4 Rocketeers, a Rocketeer may only suffer panic once per game turn. Wow, so I'm so glad Annie found all that extra oxygen. So the professor is going to lose an oxygen. He goes from 4 down to 3. Annie's going to lose one of her oxygens, taking her down to 2, 4, 6 to 8 oxygen. So we're still okay oxygen-wise, but that fear token was not good. All right. Now, oh my word. Now it is time for Pelham to take his 3 actions. And hardly even know what to do. The first he's going to take a, or is he going to bother doing that? Oh man. I think he's going to do his non-combat action to move into the same space with these guys. He will pick up the telepathy band because why not? It's going to get 2 charges on it. So that's now going to be part of his inventory. And now he has 2 regular actions left, and he can spend an oxygen if he wants to do a 3rd action. So for 1 action, he's going to use his ray gun to shoot at one of these saucermen that has recently appeared. So over to the dice tray, we're going to roll 5 dice for an attack. All right, and I'm second guessing myself now. Maybe he should have done the thralls, but I want to clear out some of these aliens. It's getting very dangerous for us. 5 dice attacking one of the saucermen. All right, good stuff. He gets 2 hits. So the first hit, of course, is going to kill one of the saucermen. So he's out of here. And for the overkill option, I think, what's he going to do for the overkill option? I think he's going to knock out an alien, but let's go back to the board. All right, for the overkill option, he's going to actually knock out this one with the psychic scream. So that's what he's going to do. I think he still has 2 more actions left. So for his next action, he's going to shoot point blank at this alien. So once again, we're going to go back to the tray, roll 5 dice. He's going to attack the next alien. All right, attacking the next saucerman. Come on! Wow, most excellent. He gets 3 hits. Wow, I'm rolling well. First one, of course, will kill the saucerman. And then let's go back to the board. He has 2 overkills to spend. All right, so the first overkill that the professor is going to spend is he's going to stun that other saucerman there. So basically all the saucermen on the board now are stunned, which is a good thing for us. The second overkill he's going to spend is he is going to use the hit and run with the ray gun. So it means he gets to move 1 space. So he's going to move back into the space with all the bugs and the thralls and all that. And you're wondering, why am I doing that? That's crazy. Well, the bugs try to get together, and they're not going to just attack him. They're going to try getting together first. So I'm not too worried about him. But now he's going to spend 1 of his 3 remaining oxygen. Now he's now down to 2 to do 1 more action. He's going to try and subdue a thrall. And to do that, he's going to use his reference book. So he's going to spend, there's 2 charges on it of 3. He's going to spend 1. That's going to leave 1 charge on the reference book, giving him +1 IQ. Which means he now has 6 IQ to subdue a thrall. So let's go back and have him do that. All right, the professor rolling 6 dice to subdue one of those 2 thralls. Come on. All right, okay, I think this is pretty good. We have 2 successes. 2 successes. So yes, the thrall has been subdued. That is going to give us our 5th wire. We need 1 more to have completed that objective. And now he has 1 more. He has one overkill. Let's go back to the board, and I'm going to decide what we're going to do with those. Okay, what we're going to do is spend one of the 2 charges we have on the scientist, plus 1 overkill for any successful IQ action, which just happened. Spend charge after rolling. So we're going to do that now. That's going to leave only 1 charge on the scientist. So that's going to give the professor 2 overkill options. And the first of his 2 overkill options is he's going to use his override, his own personal override ability, which is per overkill spent, perform 1 free open hatch action or use lock hatch ability once. So he's going to actually open this hatch. That's using 1 of his overkills. The second overkill he's going to do is he's going to spend 1 of these charges off the telepathy band, which is use another Rocketeer's personal overkill option. Well, he's going to use the first officer's personal overkill option, which means move out. Per overkill spent, move 1 free move action to self a Rocketeer in the same tile. So he's going to move out. So he's going to move out through the open hatch back to the center of the board. So that lets him spend those 2 overkills, I think, the most efficiently. Yes, we could have got another character, but I kind of wanted him in the center so he can open up one of the 3 hatches that may have the elevator in it. We only have to subdue 1 more thrall, which shouldn't be too big of a deal. And that's going to conclude the professor's turn. So up next, we're going to have the aliens' turn. So once again, it's the aliens' turn. The alien saucermen are not going to be doing much because every one of them's taken a nap. So once again, we have 3 saucermen on the board. All 3 of them are having a little snooze. So up after them in sentience order is the thralls. And the thralls move 1, have 1 attack dice. We know all of this. They can't move through closed hatches, and they can't move and attack in the same turn. Well, this thrall, of course, wanted to take a swipe at the professor, but the professor took off, so he's going to move into this cell with him. These 2 now are 1, 2 away from our first officer, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're way far away because of the closed hatches to get to the professor. So these 2 will indeed go back here. And that's it for thralls. Up next, the space leeches, and we have a pile of them. They can move 1, they can move and attack at the same time. They cannot move through closed hatches, so I think they're just going to be moving because they're not close enough to anybody to attack them. So this space leech, once again, is just going to move here. It's trying to get to our first officer because it's so far away from Pelham, who did move last. These space leeches now are 1, 2 away from Annie, and they are 1, 2, 3 away from Pelham. So they're going to try to get towards Annie. So the 3 of these space leeches are going to move in here. And that is going to conclude the space leech movement. Up next is the bugs. And I think I did this all. I think I'm going to be moving the bugs correctly. The bugs get a little bit fiddly when you get so many of them on the board. Let me see if I can figure this out correctly. They can only move 1. They only have 1 attack die. But they move in a swarm. They try to get together first. So they're not going to move in here because they're trying to get together. So I guess they could move in here first. But I'm going to rule it because they can move. They're trying to get together. So what they're trying to do is these bugs are trying to form a big swarm. They can either go to this tile to form a big swarm or this one. Well, guess what? We're going to choose this one. It's easier for this bug going to take its action to move here. This swarm of bugs will use 1 of the 3 to move in here. There's still 2 bugs that haven't activated the way I look at it. They're all now going to move into the space with Pelham. 1 of the bugs hasn't had an activation yet, and 1 bug will then attack the professor. Over to the dice tray, we're rolling 1 die, attacking the professor. Here comes the 1 bug attack, and it misses. All right. Back to the board for cleanup. Okay, that was all the aliens activating, and now it is time for cleanup. First thing we do in cleanup is all napping aliens or stunned aliens become unstunned, so they all stand up again. That's okay. The next thing we do is we remove all the hatches, locked or closed, and take them off the board. Now our Rocketeers are going to get their action points back for the start of the next turn. And it's at this point where we have to decide who is going to go first. And I think, oh dear me, I think we're going to have the Professor actually go first the next episode. So he's going to go first. Annie is going to go second when we return. So this is Space Cadets Away Missions. We're playing Mission 2, Venus, Escape from the Slave Saucer. We have yet to find the elevator. We have 5 of 6 thralls subdued. I'm pretty confident our Professor can subdue this one next episode, so that will get rid of the one of 2 objectives. Then we have to find the elevator, and we have to get out of here without being killed. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your subscriptions and comments and likes. I really appreciate it. So join me next time for the continuation of Escape from the Slave Saucer. This is Space Cadets Away Missions, the board game.